Good afternoon everybody, Christopher from All Things Prepping. A couple of weeks ago I actually saw a meme that says that the average man or the average person normally has about 8 knives during the course of his life. That's when I realized that I think that I'm a bit above average if we look at that. So talking about knives, which is your cutting tools, I'm just going to quickly go through the different type of knives that I've got, the different type of cutting tools, because cutting tools is more than just knives. Knives is just a section or a part of the cutting tool category. So let's get right into the different kind of styles. Yeah, so before we start off with talking about knives, I just want to tell you what my view on a good knife is. And what I look for when I buy a knife. First of all, a knife should be a full tang knife, which means that if you can see, it starts from the tip of the blade and it runs right through to the end. It is one piece of metal. So in other words, if there's no link or no weak point on the blade starts here and it runs right through to the end of that. So that's the first thing that I look for in a good knife, is that it has to have a full tang blade. The second thing is that I'm looking at is this width of the blade. This one is roughly, I would say, about 2 to 3 millimeters thick. I do own knives that's less than that, but the ideal would be if it's a little bit sturdier knife, then obviously it's going to produce better. It's got a lacquer weight. It's not too heavy. It handles quite nicely. The grip, even with my little funny hand pinky stuff thingy, I still got some good grip on it, and I can easily use it to work with it. And then obviously the blade itself should be sharp. I can guarantee you that this blade is very sharp. So that's what I look for in a good knife, is to have a full tang first of all, a nice grip, a decent size or thickness of the blade, and then the sharpness of the blade and whether that blade is going to carry. Obviously then also that goes with that is whether or not it has a sheath. This is definitely not one of the best knife sheaths that I've seen in my life, but this one still works fairly well, and I enjoy using this knife for that purpose. So having a good quality knife is very important. So what I'm going to do is I'm just quickly going to have a look at the different type of knives that I've got and the cutting tools that I've got. Just a reminder that this is just almost the spare ones, if you want to call it like that. The ones that I normally carry in my different bags is obviously situated in the different bags, and this is kind of like the, let's call it the spares, and the ones that I use when I'm not using a specific bag, the more day-to-day user. Now, if you can hear that, we've got a little bit of a crowd going here at the back with the Indian sprue, or whatever you want to call it, having a jawl as well. Starting off is going to be my EDC, my everyday carry. It is just a imitation buck knife that I'm using. This is the one that I carry every day. As you can see, it's been used quite extensively. It's actually time to repaint it. But that we'll get to it. This is just my normal knife that I carry with me in my pocket every day. It goes with me everywhere, and I'm using this for everything. From if I'm in a position of having some biltong, I will cut biltong with it, cutting food with it, producing or processing wood down, whatever. This is my everyday knife. I've got a little bit of a lanyard here at the back just to make myself sure that I can use this knife and not lose it. So this is my personal favorite and my everyday carry buck imitation. To be honest, I bought it at a flea market, but I've had this thing for over 3 years now, and it's never let me down. The next knife that I'm going to look at is a old favorite of mine. I've made a video on this knife. I've had this since the early 80s. Also have used it quite significantly. As you can see by the wear and tear on it, I've had this knife since the middle 80s somewhere. I'm not even sure. And it's a Rambo knife, and it comes with this sheath that comes with it. This is a fixed blade knife, but it's not a full tang knife. but this one I've taken care of it. I've used it a lot, so this is definitely one of my favorite knives that I've used over the years and really used it. It's also got a little bit of a lanyard here for control and to make sure that I don't lose it when I'm using it. So this is my Rambo knife, or my favorite, one of my favorite knives. Now, one of my other knives that I regularly use is this fixed blade knife. I painted the scabbard, or the sheath, to my favorite color, which is the khaki. I've used that quite a bit as well. As you can see, it is a bit of a different shape than your normal knife, but I've used this. It's got the two holes that you can fix it to make it a spear. I've never used it as a spear, but I have used it in the past for normal camping or normal day-to-day use around the camp. So I enjoy this knife as well. One of my favorites. I'm absolutely crazy about the shape of it. So I'm using this as much as I can, whenever I can, and I do enjoy using it. The other knife that I absolutely love using is my kukri. It is a knife that I've had also quite a while now. It comes with its own sheath, but as you can see, it's a decent knife. You can use it for chopping, for finer carving here at the end. That's definitely also one of my favorite knives that I've used. So yeah, just a quick little bit of a tidbit on this. My wife has got exactly the same one. I went to Rustenburg the one week for a site visit, and it was just before her birthday, and then I bought her the exact knife, and the cashier was actually looking at me like I'm totally crazy when I told her that that's the reason why I'm buying this. It is because it is a birthday, I think it was a birthday, could have been an anniversary gift as well, but sometimes I bought my wife exactly the same thing. The main thing is that the cashier was like totally flabbergasted when I told her this is a gift for my wife. Yeah, one of the other knives that I've also used quite a bit is my little, it used to be fixed on my plate carrier. It's a little bit of a stab knife, so a little bit of a fighting knife, sharp on both ends. Quite a lucky knife to use, and if I believe that if it needs to, it can help you with defending yourself in an emergency situation. Since then, the clip has broken. I haven't been able to fix the clip, so the clip is broken, but I can still fix it through the holes to my plate carrier if I need to. And this is one of my knives that I also have got for a while, and I've been using it for a while. Yeah, now that we've covered the basics of knives, we're going over to cutting tools, which is part of the knife section, or the section knives is part of the cutting tool section, depending on how you look at it. But the next one is a little bit more unconventional. It is a machete that I've used. I've used this thing for chopping wood, clearing grass, all that kind of things. It can be used for finer carvings here at the end, while heavier chopping bits going down here. Just an interesting thing about this machete is that I was actually testing it the other day, and on a femur, it looks like a femur, like a thick bone, I actually managed to, within 2 blows, to chop right through that thing without any hassles. So this is definitely a good self-defense weapon as well. If you are on the wrong side of this, you're not going to feel too happy about it, and Elastoplast is not going to help you. Yeah, the next item is also part of the cutting section, which is just a normal garden saw that I bought. I've used this plenty of times. As you can see there, it's all scuffed. Yeah, for processing wood down without using too much energy, this is definitely the thing to use. It's definitely not a fancy one. Like I said, this one I bought at one of the shops in the gardening section, and I've used this quite a bit, and it definitely produces the necessary results. So I'm happy with this. I'm happy to use this as a wood processing item. So for me, this is part of the cutting tools that I regularly use, and I enjoy using this very much for processing wood. Yeah, so the last item, the cutting item that I'm going to be using or showing during this video, is my favorite axe. As you can see, I've also used it quite a bit. I got this from a friend of mine a couple of years back, and I've used this extensively. One of my favorite hobbies or pastimes is to sharpen this thing, so it is quite sharp. I won't be able to shave with it because, first of all, I'm not going to shave my beard. Second of all, I won't be able to shave with it, but chopping down wood or processing wood, this is definitely the way to go. It's quite nice for me. One of my favorite axes. I've got a few of them as well. The other one that I enjoy using is my, let's call it my Chinese tomahawk, if you want to do it like that. This is also one of my favorite axes to use for processing wood. Just the last one that I'm going to talk about. You get the ulu, which is a device or a knife that is used quite extensively in Americas and places like that. And I actually bought my own version of this. Being a prepper, I like to try new things and to test new things out. So what I did is I actually bought a pizza cutter. This is a pizza cutter that I think it was a Checkers. I bought it at Checkers. It's got a blade cover. The blade is exceptionally sharp, and I've used this thing with ease for different carving tasks, and I even once used it as a axe head for light carving or light chopping, by just putting a stick down here and then using it to then just chop down. But as you can see, the basic idea is to have it like this, being able to finely carve things. Oh, nearly cut myself there. Yeah, so that's what one of my strangest, not so normal type of scenario items that I use. So this is a imitation ulu, if you want to call it like that, and I do love using this, and not only using it, but using it effectively for different tasks. Yeah, using your cutting tools is one of the things that I'm looking for as well. Is that obviously you have to maintain your cutting tools and to make sure that they are in a good condition. For that purpose, I've got a set of 3 of these files that I actually use to do some, if there's a burr on it or something, sharpening the axe. I would start off with my using this, and then once I've done that, I would go over to my whetstone. This is a whetstone, and as you can see, it is concave already. I've been using this for a very long time. It's got a rougher edge on the one side and a finer edge on the other side. Just by putting some water on it, you can actually do proper maintenance on it, and if you do it right, it definitely gives you a very good edge. But it's not always possible to go through that in a field. So to me, a very light, very easy to use little sharpener like this, knife sharpener like this, is also very important. I also carry this with me into the field, and then when I actually need to use it, you can actually just, it's got a metal side there, you can just like drag it through there for about 5 times just to get the knife sorted out, and then with this side, you actually just like hone it with the I can't remember the word now, I'll get to it, but there you just hone it, and then afterwards you end up with a blade that is very, very sharp. I regularly use it on this knife of mine. So that's just the 2 ways that I use normally. There is some other ways as well, but this is the 2 ways that I use to sharpen my cutting tools, and especially my knives and axes. Yeah, so that's just a short video on knives and cutting tools, specifically cutting tools and then different knives. Once again, stating very clearly that I do believe that I am way above average on the 8 knives per lifetime category. This is just the ones that I've got kind of like spare and use on a regular basis. So this is definitely not even all the knives that I own, but that's quite a few of them. I've got a whole box full of spares here, but yeah, that's just the knives. My personal favorite, if I had to choose 2 items to survive, I would definitely choose a knife and then a lighter or a fire starting sauce, because if I've got a knife and I've got a fire starting source, I can then go into different options and different scenarios to get my other survival priorities, based on starting off with a fire and a knife. So a knife to me is a very basic start. You don't need to. That's my go-to. A knife and a big lighter. That will always be my go-to for any situation. I will always start off there, and then the rest we can build from there. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that I've got some friends that's also a little bit above average and has got more than 8 knives. Please drop me a line in the comments and let me know what your total is if you want to, and then show me your favorites as well. What is your favorite item, and then tell me what you've seen here, what you like. So until the next time, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great one.